to the extreme. You know, we drop it every Saturday. That's what we do, man. We drop. Get everybody logged in. Next week we're gonna do the live call in for everybody to call in. But as of right now, we're doing a lot of research, get things together for future shows. We have a series, When It All Goes Wrong. We also have a sports series coming up. I see a lot of guys out there kind of steal my swagger a little bit, but I ain't got to say no names, you know, because I've been doing this since Blog Talk Radio. When I done the show on The Real Uncle Tom, you know, somebody stole my whole election. And done, you know, a series about Uncle Tom, but I ain't getting mad at that, you know, it's all good, man. We from Texas, you know, and don't ever think these brothers down here in Texas ain't conscious. That's on the real, you know. Don't ever get it confused if these brothers down here in Texas are not conscious. We are very conscious and we are very, very about our economics. And that's one of the biggest missed things what's going on right now. Because I've dealt with brothers from the East, West, different places. Like I said, I was doing this on Blog Talk first. So I'm in this going in 2.5 years, you know, dealing with information, consciousness, and, you know, consciousness is no more than awareness. Just bringing awareness to people. And I done it on Blog Talk, you know, for almost 2 years, you know, where you could never see my face. The podcast thing wasn't really popping at the time. But when I heard about it back then, I said, man, you know what? I'm going to get this podcast thing going on so people can actually see the visual of what's going on. Because I like, you know, Black News 102, Sinetta, you know, guys that really bring people on with the information, you know, and through it all that's an East Coast perspective. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, shouts out to them guys. But down here where we from, we down here in Texas. So don't get it confused and thinking that these guys down here in Texas are not on the mind frame of knowing awareness and what's going on. I just have to bring it to you from a Southern Texas perspective. You bringing it from your perspective, the West gonna bring it from their perspective, but at the end of the day, it's all about the melanated people. That's what it's all about, educating the melanated people and educating people that want to be educated. Because there's so many people that's uncivilized, 85% asleep. So it's our duty to teach those people and bring them to awareness. One thing that catches me, you know, by storm a lot is that I hate to say black because I really use the term African American, but I'll say black for the better lack of vocabulary terms and for terminology. Because I don't what I'm saying is that black power is a must. Black power is a must. But when you look at something that's black, no, you're not black. You know, black would be the color of this. You know, that's black. I would be like brown compared to that. And so when we get into black and white, things of that nature, those are status. But the reason I say that I'm black and I don't get into those deep conversations with it is because I've read and studied under Khalid Muhammad. So when it comes down to it, yes, I'm black, and I'm proud. Like James Brown said, talk black to me. I say that all the time, talk black to me. But we also live in a day and age where things have changed, where you can say that you black and you giving up your status. And that's those are lessons that we're gonna be going through. And the good thing about it is that I'm just bringing an awareness to you so that you can do your own research on status, what is blackness, what is white, what are you actually saying when you use those terms, okay? Because sometimes we hear guys that are Moors don't want to say that they black. They say that they're free white men. And I understand the science of what they're saying. But the police don't care about that. The government doesn't care about that. All they see is a Negro. I don't care what religion you are, whether whatever it is, they just see a Negro. So sometimes we have to get outside of it, trying to be so educated to where we just be dumb. Okay? But again, I'm bringing this from a Southern perspective because a lot of people feel that these guys in the South just are not conscious or just don't have the intellect to get off into the books, into the education, into the system which has evolved and revolutionized in the world we living in. And this goes back to Dr. Fresh Chris Wilson into the system of racism. And I don't want to, I can give you certain parts out of it, but it's better for you to go read it yourself. Because the system of racism is deals with labor, education, entertainment, sex, religion, so on and so forth. And then through all of that, you have the stages of racism that keeps us going, which would be the maintenance, the establishment, the refinement. See, these are things that you have to understand when you start using these terms. When you start using terms, using words, and you don't know exactly what you are saying. And when you speaking to someone who knows what they're saying, that doesn't mean you have to disagree with them, because if a Morris really come to me and say, I don't consider I'm not black, I'm not gonna argue with him because I know what it is. But at the end of the day, I know if me and that Morris brother in the car together and the police stop us, they see two Negroes. They don't see a Moor and a black. Okay? Just real. With your sovereignty or your non-sovereignty or none of that, whatever. They just gonna see two Negroes. And that's why I want to give a shout out to Brother Kunshu about that, because he stated, a while back that why would you want to change your sovereignty? Why would you want to do anything to your status if everything is okay already? You don't have to change your status if everything is okay. So I refer people to Team Osiris, because that's what I deal with when it comes to research. Thorough research. Thorough research. And I'm glad to be a part of that family for research and consulting with. You have to have a foundation like that. I'm just being honest with you. I'm very much being honest with you. People from outside opinions is going to give you the real. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Need to hear. And again, 2Dextreme, we have a new series, When It All Goes Wrong. When It All Goes Wrong is a balance of comedy. It's just a balance of comedy. It's a balance of, you might see me coming out one day and something went wrong, and I say, oh, man, it all went wrong, and you just catch on what's going on. We put out 2 videos right now before uh, no gay bashing and like that, because I have a gay cousin. I'm sure you have gay cousins. I crack on gay people, straight people, and we all in the same boat. So if you can't take it, that's you. So don't feel like somebody just cracking on gay people or just cracking on, no, everybody get it. Black, white, Mexican, everybody get it. Check out the What Goes Wrong video. Had 2 guys walking down the street in love out their mind, grocery bags. Took a stick, put it between the grocery bags so they could finish twisting and walking down the street. When it all goes wrong. Yeah. Another video I posted was a guy talking to a prostitute. First, he was telling her that he didn't have his money right, trying to count his money up and get all his money together. And when he realized he had enough money and it was all good, and she saw he had enough money, they walked out hugging. They was all hugged good. And that's just when it all goes wrong. I mean, what more can I say? And it all goes wrong. And it went wrong. So that's just something to be lighthearted about, something to laugh at about. Just like with the NFL, I was saying earlier, was that I watch the NFL because I'm pro-black every day. I don't need Sunday to be pro-black. And that's what, gets me away from my own people. Because you need to step aside and let the real activists do the work. See, I've been doing this for years. So it didn't take Kaepernick to take a knee to make me be aware and conscious on what's going on. See, that's why I stopped eating meat. That's why I tell all African Americans in the community, your dollar should turn over 5 times before it even leaves out the community. I didn't need Kaepernick to bring me to that awareness. I already knew that. You see? You see? So when I watch football, I'm watching football for an escape. I'm watching that to enjoy myself. So I don't need none of you boss Negroes who around here militant on Sunday, but yes sir boss on Monday, trying to tell me about watching football or fantasy football or anything. Because at the end of the day, you're not putting in no work in your neighborhood. You're not putting in no work on your job. And I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. That's what Kaepernick did on his job. What are you doing on your job? I mean, actually, what are you doing on your job? Like for real. Think, think about where you work at. Now think about what are you doing to make a change on your job, whether it's personal. Because I'm gonna tell you 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video right here and you're consciously aware, you're working for a European establishment, government establishment. African Americans don't own none of that. Mexican Americans don't own none of that. You know, find me a company where you have a group of black people that's managing a group of white people. Find me a company where you have a group of Mexican people that's managing a group of white people, where the owners are all Mexican and all the employees are all white. Find one in the United States for me. Find one. I'd be more than happy to post them so people can know. You know, but to my knowledge, there's not that. So again, I'm gonna say that's what Kaepernick did on his job. But what are you doing on your job? You see? Because last year I barely watched football. That's how much I read and how much I study besides school and work. But this year I was able to start watching football a little bit more. Got my fantasy going on. And I'll be giving fantasy picks too. That's to relax my mind. That's to relax my mind. Because this is something I do every day. Every day. This is my life. You know. Look at the military. The military are gone on wherever they working at months and months at a time. Sometimes almost a whole year, and they give them leave. The reason they give them leave so they can recollect to themselves. It's like you working on your job. You work on your job Monday through Friday, or 5 days a week, sometimes six. But you do get an off day so you can unwind and reflect to get back to you. And that's how football is to me. It's just one of those things where I can reflect and just try to just get away from all this shit. So people just kind of trip me out when they start talking about the football in the NFL. And I've heard recently that Kaepernick is not even going to kneel anymore. That he's actually giving in. He wants a job. So that lets you know it could have been a whole lot of propaganda right there. And I said earlier, when everybody's looking one way, look the other way. For real. So I didn't need Kaepernick to, get me like this or make me think my mind frame. It's good what he done. But if he stopped doing it and he's ended the protesting, why even start it? I'm gonna verify that. I'm not gonna say that that's true, but I've heard two different reports where Kaepernick is saying that he's going to stop kneeling. He's going to stand because he wants a job. Hmm. Like Arsenio Hall used to say, things that make you say, hmm. And again, man, it's to the extreme. So we just dropping it like it go. If you have any feedback, anything you want to say, hit us back at To The Extreme. We on YouTube, we on Facebook, we on podcast, we on live every Saturday. And we'll be back with you in about another hour with the third cap off to this vibe, To The Extreme.